Hello and welcome everyone, my name is Fleur. Today we're going to do a little all-rounder. It's incredibly hot, so we're going to work gently into opening parts of the body, so the shoulders, the hips and the hamstrings. So finding a little bit of a flow, but because it's a very hot day, you might see me very sweaty today. Drink enough water, I'm going to use a little bit back. Here we go, let's start. Bring your feet hip width apart. And then just starting with your shoulders. So keeping the knees just slightly soft so you're not locking the knees. Draw the shoulders forward, roll them up to your ears, draw them back and roll them down. Do that 3 more times. Roll the shoulders forward, lift them up, roll them back and down. And one more, roll them forward, lift them up, roll them back and down. Go the other way around, shoulders back, lift them up, forward and squeeze them down. Roll the shoulders back, shoulder blades together, lift them up to the ears, forward and down. 2 more, shoulders back, lift them up, forward and down. Last one, roll them back, lift them up, go forward and down. And take a deep breath in, reach your arms up to the ceiling, stretching up high, and then breathing out, bring the arms out to the side and down. 3 more, inhale, bring the arms out to the side and lift them up. And out to the side and down. 2 more. Think of lengthening through the fingertips and pull your belly a little bit in. And then breathe out. Press the palms down. Last one, breathe them in, lift them up. And then bring them back down. And then bend your knees slightly and then just start to swing the arms. We're coming into a little twist. Knees bend when the arms go down and then swing them forward and back. It can also create a little bit of wind. It's incredibly hot, so this is maybe a bit soothing. Just look in the direction where you open the chest to and just take a few more swings this way and that way and this way and that way. Good. Keeping the knees nice and soft. Last few rounds. And then release the arms back down to the side and roll the shoulder one more time up to the ears, go sideways again, and then just drop them down. And then look to the right, turn your head to the right, bring your head back forward, and then look to your left. And bring the head back forward, just notice how far it goes. One more time, look to the right, bring the head back forward, and look to the left, and back to the center. And then looking up, and bring the head back to center, keeping the mouth open, and then draw the chin to chest, look down, and come back to center one more time. Breathe in, look up, and head back to center, and then look down, and come back to center. Right ear to right shoulder. Take a little side tilt with the neck, and slowly coming back up. And then left ear to left shoulder. Giving that little stretch, the release, and coming back up one more time. Breathing in to the side. And exhaling, coming back up. And breathing into the left side. And exhaling, coming back up. And then draw your chin down towards your chest. And then start to roll your right ear to the right shoulder, as if you're just looking forward. And then draw your chin back to the chest and look to the left, draw the left ear to the left shoulder. And then again, roll your chin to the chest and right ear to right shoulder. And draw the chin to the chest and left ear to left shoulder. And let's come and do this circle a little bit bigger. So start to move the shoulders as well forward. And then roll to the side. And then roll the shoulders forward as the chin drops to the chest. And roll to the side. And again, chin to the chest, roll the head forward. And inhaling to the side. Now exhale, go a little deeper. So letting the forehead move forward and then rolling out to the side. And again, over to the side. Draw the hips slightly back as you roll back. Now if you want to take this a little bit further, start to lean over to the side, bend your knees. And then roll your chest forward and then roll over to the other side and stand back up. The head comes up last. And then the left ear goes to the left shoulder, roll to the side, and then bend your knees, draw the chin to the chest, rolling over to the other side, and stack everything back on top. 2 more times. You can keep it nice and slow, over to the side, rolling forward. So we're just going where the hips are, so not too low yet. And last roll, rolling over to the side, and bending the knees, and rolling over to the other side. Good. Turning your toes out to the side and bring your heels together. Bring the hands onto your hips, working a little bit into the inner legs. Take a breath in and then push into your feet and lift up the heels, coming to tiptoes. Keep the legs nice and straight and then bring the heels back down and take a little bend in the knees. And then pressing down to the heels, press up through the heels, lift the crown of the head up, and then bring the heels back down, bend your knees. Keep the tailbone tucked so the tailbone is right over your heels. And then lift up, and then bend the knees when you come down. Let's do a little faster. You're going to lift up, push the floor away, and heels down, bend. And push the floor away, lift up, and heels down, bend. 3 more, push the floor away, squeeze the glutes, straighten the legs, and heels down, bend. 2 more, push the floor away, and heels down, bend. Last one, squeeze the crown of the head up, hold it here, squeeze the glutes, come high into tiptoes. See if you want to let go of the arms, breathe them up. Nice long breath. Keep the legs very straight, pull the belly button in. Yes. And then reaching the arms out to the side and then shaking out the legs. And then from here, coming to just a little lunge step. So hands back onto your hips and then stepping your right foot forward. Take a little step, lengthen the left leg away from you and then step the left foot back and lift up the right leg. And then again, step the right foot forward, lift up the left leg behind you. So a little balance and then step the left foot back, reach up the right foot. And heel comes down first as you shift the weight. Step the left foot behind you. Reach up the right leg. 2 more. Lengthen forward, lift up the back leg. Step it back. Right leg comes up. And heel guides to the floor. Lift up the back leg. If you want a little bit more challenge, see if you can close your eyes here. Ooh, it's immediately a little bit more dangerous. So you don't have to do it if you're finding it difficult. And then step forward with your right leg. Just hold it there for a moment, stretching out your left leg. And then reaching your arms up. Stretch out through the arms. Hold it here for a moment. Pull the belly in. And then just do little pulses with the left leg. For 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. And for 1, step the left leg back, bring the hands back onto your hips, point the right foot up, draw the navel in, find the balance, and again, little pulses for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1, bring the foot down, other side, left leg comes forward, and stepping forward with the left leg, stretching the right leg away, keep the core engaged, and again, make it nice and smooth as if you are like a robot, just coming forward and back. Try to keep the movement very precise. Stepping forward. Try not to lean too much forward with the chest, so keep the chest nice and open. It looks so easy, right? And then it's quite wobbly. And if you want a little bit of extra, see if you want to close your eyes. Immediately it forces you to really pull in the belly, engage the core. Quite difficult. You'll find that you want to sort of glide to one side. It's my left side. And then stepping forward with your left leg. Stretching out the right leg, reaching your arms nice and high above you, holding it here. Pull the belly in and then little pulses for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Bring the hands back onto your hips, point your left foot forward, and then again little pulses for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Bring the foot down, kind of turning towards me, and then bringing your right knee up in shoulder height, in hip height. I'm going to start circling the knee out to the side, bring the knee down, and again lift it up. Keep engaging the core, press down to the left foot, round 2, nice and slow breathing, 3, draw the knee out to the side and down, and 4, if you want to hold onto something like a chair or the wall you can, and 4, bring the knee out to the side and then change direction, bring the knee down, out to the side as if you're lifting your knee over a fence, and forward and down, and again lift it out to the side, and forward, 2 more, down, lift it out, try to relax your shoulders, and last one, lift it out, and then bring the foot down, change sides, lift up the left knee, and again turn the knee out to the side, bring it down, and up, and for 2, transferring the weight in your right foot, 3, you can slow it down as much as you like, 4, and down, and change direction. Oh, why don't you go on? It was so much fun. Bring the leg forward, and then down, and then lift it over the side, up, and down, and for 3, and down, and for 4, and then bring it back down. Good. Again with the right leg, lift the right leg up, turn your knee out to the side, so you're engaging the core, and then we're just going to stretch the heel away from us, and then point the foot to the knee. 3 more times, flex the foot away from you, and point the toe to the knee, and for 3, flex the foot away, and point the toe to the knee, or to the ankle is fine too, and 1 more, flex, and point the toe to the knee, and then slide the foot down, other side, bring the left knee up, I'm so hot already, and then turn the knee out to the side, and flex the foot to the side, and point foot to the knee, and 2, and point, and 3, breathe out, reach for the heel, and point, and 4, and point the toe to the knee, and then slide the foot back down, and then shake out the legs again. Bring the feet a little bit wider, so you're in a second position. It would be like a open leg. If you're not sure how wide, it would just step out one leg and then the other, then you have the right position. And then we're keeping the hands on the hips, and then just start to bend your knees just a little, so that the knees are just where your ankles are, or in the middle of your foot. You're not going so low that the knees are going over the toes. So just a little bend here, feeling into the hips, and then tuck your tailbone under, so that you're not in a squat, we're here. So from the back of your neck to the tailbone, you're in one long line. Avoid the knees falling inwards and try to squeeze them out to the side. So from here, we're going to start lifting the right heel up and bringing the right heel down. And then lift the left heel up. Bring the left heel down. 3 more. Right heel up. And 1. And left heel up. And 1. And right heel up. Open the knees to the side. And left knee up. And down. Last one. Right knee up. And down. And left knee up. And down. Bring the arms up. Stretch them up and do tiny little pulses for 8, for 7, for 6. Feel the inner groin for 5, for 4. Pull the belly in for 3, for 2, and for 1. Straighten the legs, open the arms to the side, and then just swing them, reach the arms up, and straighten them. Arms go down, and swing the arms up, and straighten the legs, and swing arms up. Tap the tailbone, 1 more, and reach the arms up. Good. And then from here, just bring the right heel up, hands back onto your hips, and just little pulses for 8, for 7, for 6. Lift that heel for 5, as high as you can. 3, 2, and 1. Heel down, other side, nearly there, left heel, 7, 6, 5, 4, press down to the ball of the feet, 2, and 1. And again, straighten the legs. Reach the arms up, turn your toes inwards, bring your hands back onto your hips and then start to hinge forward. So you're nice and long through the spine. Try and make a nice flat back. If it feels comfortable, you can bring the legs a little bit wider, but try and avoid to push the hips too far back. So the weight should be slightly even in the middle between your balls of the foot and the heel. A little bit further forward, so not so much pushing back here and collapse on the shoulders. You want to lengthen through the crown of the head. Good. Hold it here for a moment, draw the navel in, and then push the floor away to come back up. Breathe in. On your exhale again, lean forward. Draw the shoulder blades back, and then press the floor away to come back up. 2 more. Draw the heart forward, shoulders roll back, nice and long through the spine. Activate the legs, and coming back up. And 1 more. Press into the feet, lengthen forwards through the crown of the head. Until you feel the hamstring stretch, and then see if you can bring the hands a little bit down to the floor. If that's too low, just bend your knees slightly. And have your head nice and soft. And then just walk your hands over towards the right leg. Grab with your left hand the outside of your right ankle and bring the right hand onto the lower back. And just draw yourself down towards the right leg, pulling your belly a little in. Take 4 deep breaths here. Try to draw the left elbow towards the floor. So as you are stretching, think of the left rib cage ballooning out to the side. And then coming back up and change sides. Bring the right hand outside of the left ankle, left hand onto the lower back. And again, try and balloon the right rib cage out. Keep your neck soft. And then coming back to center. And then open the chest forward, press into the feet, bring the hands onto your hips. Hold it there for a moment. And pressing yourself through the feet all the way up to standing. And then bring the toes so that the left toes are facing to the side and the right toes slightly in. Open your arms nice and wide, breathing in here. And on your exhale, hinging from your left hip, bring your left hand down towards the left shin. Make sure the left heel is in line with your right arch of the foot. Open the arm to the ceiling. You can look forward or can look down. If it's comfortable, you can look up and then try to move through the arm. So taking 4 big circles through your left arm. Reach them forward and up. Good. Forward and up. Nice and slowly. Keep pressing down to the left foot and then changing direction with the other way around. Stretching through the arms. Roll the shoulder down. Stretching the arm up. And 2 more. And 1 more. And then look down towards the floor. Bring both your hands around your left foot. Step your right foot a little bit further in. And if that's difficult to keep the hands on the floor, you can try and bring the hands onto your shin. So drawing the navel in, press down to your right heel. Pull your left hip slightly back. And feel the hamstring stretching in your left leg. Try to draw the navel down as your chest lengthens forwards. If that's still too high, just keep the hands onto your thigh and activate the legs. So wherever you are, keep pressing down to the left leg. Find that dynamic stretching. And then bend your left knee. Bring the hands again onto your hips. And then transfer the weight into your left leg and lift up the right leg. Try to draw the right foot back, point the toes, and keep the chest nice and open. And then slowly coming back by bending the left knee, step the right foot back, straighten the left leg. And then interlace the hands behind your back. Make sure you're feeling steady in both your feet. Draw the shoulders back, or you can hold your elbows, open the chest, move the hands away from the buttocks, and then draw the navel in, and again fold forward. So keeping that engagement in the stomach. Don't know if you see it, but I've got sweat dripping down my face. So warm. And then coming back up, draw the navel in. And then release the shoulders. Turn your left toes in, turn your right toes back to forward. And then turning your right toes to the side. And again, stack your right heel in line with the arch of your left foot, and the left toes are slightly facing to the left mat, about a 45-degree angle. Reach your arm out to the side, activate your legs, and then bringing your left hand down to the shin. Doesn't have to press down very much, but keep your left leg active. Open the arm to the sky until you find the hamstring stretch, and then bring the left arm down and stretch it up. And down, and 2, and down, and 3, last one, 4, and open the chest even further as you reverse the circles. Keep grounding through your right big toe knuckle, and 2, and 3, that's it, well done everyone, and 4, and then look down to your foot, bring your hands onto your shins and just step the left foot maybe a little bit in, or bring the hands onto the floor. Find that hamstring stretch again by drawing the belly in, or you having the hands on the shins. Keep lifting your right kneecap, roll the right hip back slightly. And then slowly draw the hands to the hips, coming back up. Bend your right knee and transfer the weight so you can lift the left leg up behind you. Stretch it there, try to find the balance. Strengthening your hamstrings, roll the shoulders back, keep your neck nice and long, and avoid the left hip lifting up. So you want to keep the left hip drawing in level with the right. And slowly bending your right knee, step the left leg back, take it, just stretch up through the arms, and then bring the hands behind your back, interlace the fingers or hold your elbows again. Open the chest, shoulder blades roll down and hands away from the buttocks, and then folding over your right leg until you again find the hamstring stretch. Keep the kneecap lifting upwards and press down to your left heel. Lift the chest a little bit so the shoulders draw together and you can feel your core. And then coming up, roll yourself back up. Release the arms and turn your toes in. And then shake out the legs. We're going to come to the floor, so don't worry. We're not going to do so much standing now. It's just to warm up the legs. Give the legs a little shake. And then just take a breath and reach your arms up. Nice and high. And then fold down. You can fold down with the head down, or you can just bring the elbows onto your thighs. If you're down, just hold your elbows maybe, and take a little rock side to side. Just releasing the neck. With your modifying, I know. And then from here, bring the hands down to the floor and just step yourself back into a high plank. Draw the belly in, draw the chest forward, activate your glutes, push into the hands, hold it there for a moment, and then bring your knees down to the floor. Then open the knees quite wide, bring the tips of the toes together, the big toes I mean, and then reaching your arms forward as you stretch out from the fingertips to the hips. Try and cool down the energy a little bit now. And then from here, coming back up, walking your hands back towards you. And then let's sit on one side and bring the legs out in front of you. Let's start with a little bit of core work. Bring the hands onto your knees. Just a little. This is so hot. We're going to come to a little bit of roll down. So from here we're just going to tuck the tailbone under and roll ourselves slightly down so we can feel the core engaged. And then rolling yourself back up. You can also let go of the shins and then rolling yourself a little bit down. Pull the navel in and coming back up. Again, tucking the tailbone, roll a little bit down, pull the navel in, and inhaling, coming up. Exhaling, rolling yourself down a bit, and inhaling, coming back up. Let's roll down now and hold it here. We're going to step out the right leg, then the left, and step the right leg in, and then the left. And the left leg goes out, and then the right, and the left leg goes in, and the right. Keep going, one leg at a time. Right leg, and then right leg, left leg. One more round. Left leg, right leg, and left leg, and right leg. Coming back up, taking a little break when you're ready. How's that? Ooh. And then rolling yourself back down again. And then we're going to step the feet forward, forward, and back, and back. And again, forward, forward, and back, and back. If you haven't changed the leg, so start with the left leg, then left leg, right leg, and left leg, right leg. Good guys. And left leg, right leg. You can still keep a mini bend in the knees. And left leg, right leg. Roll yourself back up. Core's getting a little stronger. That's it. Good. Keep the knees slightly bent. So even when you step them forward, you can still keep them slightly bent. One more. Roll yourself down. Good. Let go of the knees if available. And we're just going to start lifting right leg and straighten it. And bend right knee and step it down. And then bend left knee and straighten it. And bend left knee and down. So do little crunches. One more round. Bend your right knee and straighten it. Excellent. Bend the knee, inhale, and step it down. And exhale, left knee, and straighten it. And left knee, and step it down. Coming back up. Whee! How's that? Good? And then slowly roll yourself down, all the way down towards the floor. Take your time or walk your hands back along the legs. So your core is now nice and warm. And then just bring the feet quite wide as your mat. And just take a little rock side to side. So you're just massaging the back a little bit. Good. And then from here, let's start a little bit of a lengthening through the legs. So take your right knee into your chest. Hold your right knee and stretch out through the left leg. Draw the knee towards either your chest or towards your armpit. Nice long deep breath here. And then change over, straighten the right leg and just draw the left knee towards your chest. And then bring the left knee down, left foot down. And step the right foot in. Bringing your hands behind your head and neck, interlace the fingers, or just hold the back of the head. And then take a breath in, hold the breath, lift your shoulder blades off the floor, keep the elbows out to the side, and hold it there for a moment, feeling your core engaged. And then lift up your right leg up to a tabletop position, and then inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, bend. Inhaling, straighten. Exhaling, bend. Inhaling, straighten. Pull the belly in. One more round. And bend, exhale. Inhaling, straighten. Lift a little higher through the chest. Inhaling, bend. And step the foot down. Lower the chest down. Take a break and a breather. Breathe in to prepare. Hold the breath. Roll your shoulders off the floor. Exhale, lift up your left leg. Inhaling, straighten the leg. 60 degrees. Exhaling, bend it. Pull your belly in. Inhaling, straighten the leg. Exhaling, bend. Keep the engagement in the core. Inhaling, straighten. Head is soft in your hands. Exhaling, bend, lift a little higher. One more, inhaling, straighten, lift, exhaling, bend, lift the elbows and lower yourself down onto the floor. You should be nice and strong in the core now for our next and last core work for today. I'm getting nice and strong. So we're going to bring our right knee into a tabletop position. Hold our right knee, pull our navel in and lift the shoulder blades off the floor, and then straighten your left leg away from you. Single leg stretch. So we're going to take a breath in to change and exhale, stretching the right leg away. Breath in to change, exhale, left leg away. Breath in to change, exhale, straighten. Now if you want a little more, you can just take the opposite hand and straighten your leg towards you. Bending the knee and then straighten the leg towards you, or you can straight away keep the leg straight and just start pulling the legs towards you into a little hamstring stretch. Double leg, straight leg stretch. Point the toes. Do a few more. Remember to keep the chin slightly tucked so your neck is long. Do another 4 and 3 and 2 and 1, and then bend the knees, roll your head back down and bring the knees into the chest and take a little rock side to side. Well done, good work. Let's take it a little slower now because it's absolutely boiling. It's just so hot. So we're going to go into the hamstrings, into the hips, and finish with some twisting. So we're going to take the left foot onto the floor and then bend the right knee and hold the right thigh behind the knee so that the thigh is, so that the hands are interlaced behind the thigh. And then from here we're going to take a breath in, draw the belly slightly in, and then flex your foot and see if you can straighten the heel up to the ceiling. Inhaling to release, draw the knee towards you, and exhale, straighten the heel away from you. You can keep the head down, inhaling, bending the knee, and exhale, straighten the heel away from you. You got it. And one more, inhaling to bend, and exhale, straighten the heel from you. Hold it there for a moment and then rotate the ankle, little circles in the ankle. Might also feel a shin stretch. Rotate the ankle, circle the foot, circle the foot. That's it. And then change direction, go the other way around. Try to keep drawing the leg towards you. And then from here, walking your hands up towards the leg, and then hold the outside of your right foot, and then straighten your left leg and draw the right knee towards the right armpit. Avoid that the knee falls down, so you want to keep the left hip on the ground. This is a half happy baby stretch and goes into your hip and groin. You can also hold your ankle. And then crossing your right ankle over the left knee and draw the legs towards you. Grab maybe your shin or your thigh underneath the right foot. You can take a little rock side to side. Just feeling into your IT band and glute. And then release the left leg and straighten out the right leg. Give it a little shake just to see how it feels like. And then step in the right leg and then hold behind your left thigh. Left knee bends in. And 4 times with stretching. So breathing in and exhaling, stretch through your left heel. Trying to keep your thigh connected to your lower ribs. Inhaling to bend. Exhale, flexing the foot, reaching the heel away from you. And inhaling to bend. And again, exhale, stretching the leg away. Inhaling to bend. 1, stretching away. Hold it there, breathe, pull the belly slightly in. and rotate the foot. So the ankle rotates, circling in one direction. Move also the toes, and then change direction. And then bend your left knee, see if you can hold the outside of the foot or your ankle. Keep the right hand onto your right hip and stretch out through the right leg. And draw the left knee towards the left armpit. Again, keep pulling in the belly so that you're again not falling over to the left side. If it helps, you can still mini bend the right knee. Bend it. Relax the left shoulder down. And then cross the left ankle over the right knee. Bring the knee up. And reach through the gap, either holding your shin or your thigh. I bumped my right shin really badly yesterday, so there's a big bump on my shin. Shin is a really nasty way to bump your body. And you can rock a little bit side to side. See if that releases anything in the hips a bit more. And then bringing the foot down, bring the left foot down, and roll yourself over to one side. We're going to come back up to seated. Take a moment to reassess, at least to sit up. We're going to bring our legs out in front of us, so that's a bit of dynamic stretching. We're going to use something. If you want to use something like a book, you can. It's not, don't have to. But if you have a block, you can use it. Or you can just do it with the arms. So it's a work for the shoulder, but it's also a core work and a hamstring stretch. So you're going to point your toes, bring the legs together. I do it with the block first, but if you don't have one, you don't have to use it. And then sitting up nice and tall, squeeze the legs together, draw the belly in, and then reach your arms forward. As you reach them forward, lift your arms next to your ears as high as you can and hold it for 3, for 2, and for 1. Come back up. Breathe in, shoulders go back down. And then exhale, pull the belly in, reach the arms forward, point your toes, and then reach your arms nice and long next to your ears and hold it for 3, for 2, for 1, and then come back up, pressing the feet into the floor. That's it. 4 more, breathing in, and exhale, reach forward. Press the back of your knees into the floor, lift the arms up, hold it for 3, for 2, for 1, coming back up. Well done, that's it. 3 more, reach forward, point your toes, nice and long, and then lift your arms up. I know it's hard on the shoulders. And here we go, 3, and 2, for 1. So you're stretching them out, but you're also strengthening them. Last one, reach forward, or last 2, isn't it? Lift the arms up, press your legs into the floor, hold for 3, for 2, for 1, coming back up. And 1 more, reach forward. And then lift the arms up, pull your belly and hold for 3, for 2, keep the arms nice and straight, and for 1, and come back up. Good. Relax the leg, shoulders open. And then you're going to open your legs. I'm going to come to a straddle position. You can sit again on something if straddle doesn't feel comfortable yet, so it will get better. And having the hands either in front of you, or if it feels better, you can bring the hands behind you so your spine is nice and long. And then just start with bending your knees just slightly and flexing your feet. And then point the toes and stretch them. And again, bend the knees, flex the feet. And point the toes and stretch the legs. And think of wanting to really reach your toes out to the side and then point and stretch. Think of opening each time a little bit more, bend the knees, and then again reach the heel out to the side and then point the toes. And then bring the hands in the front. Again, if you're finding it difficult, just go, just to give you the option, you can always sit on something like a cushion that will give you a little bit of height and has a less hinge in the hips. This is looking good. And then from here, bring the hands forward in front of you. And now flex your feet. Start to reach through your heels and press down into your thighs. Bring the hands then onto your hips and start drawing the chest forward and coming back up. And again, keep the shoulders down, so don't let them hunch forward, coming forward just a little bit. And coming back up. 4 more. Reaching the heart forward, keep the feet flexed, flex and flex and flex and that's it. And coming back up. 3 more, reaching the heart forward, try to hinge from the hips. And coming back up. Last 2, lengthen a little bit forward, press the heels into the floor and away, and up. And last one, hold it there, holding it. Hold it here, reaching the chest forward. If it feels okay, bring your hands onto your head. Hold it there, or reach the arms forward, that's intense. For 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, think of lifting your hips off the floor because you press down the back of your knees. For 3, for 2, and for 1, and come back up. Oh, how's that? Good. Give your legs a little shake, and then bend your knees by bringing the knees up, and then bring the soles of the feet together. So inner legs, you can bring the feet a little bit further away from you so they're not so very close. Either side so you can see. And then just give your hips a little wriggle so that your sit bones are nice and grounded through the floor. Hold your ankles, open your toes to the side, draw the belly button in, and then start to pull your ankles up towards your chest. So your chest comes down. So pull, think of the strength of your arms, roll the shoulders back, and pull the chest forward as your feet press together. Hold it there. Maybe your elbows want to press down into your knees or thighs as well. And then coming back up. And just notice where you were. And then open your knees so that they are nice and wide open. I'll come face you again. Bring the hands behind your back first of all. And then start to rotate your right knee inwards as the left knee draws out to the side. And then try and keep the left knee down as you lift up the right knee. Rotation. Keep opening, 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 then bring the right knee down. But the left knee waits a little bit until it comes inwards. And then go again, lifting it up nice and slowly. Open, 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 and rotate. So this is easy. This is sort of like da, 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 da. You want to try and keep it open as long as possible. So you're really working the muscles here. Open, 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 and then draw the knee down and squeeze this knee slowly to the floor. Do 1 more round. Reaching the knees out to the side before you start to lift the opposite leg and down. And 1 more round, lifting up. Squeeze it open and down. If you want 1 more extra round, you can let go of the hands and see if you want to do it without the hands on the floor. It's a little bit harder, a little bit more intense for the hips. There we go. Good. Okay. And then from here, bring your hands behind your back. Bring the soles of the feet back together. Move the feet a little bit away from you so they're not so very close. Bring them a little away. Yeah, good. Now you can use again something underneath your feet. This is an option, but you don't have to. I'll just show you with the option of something underneath your feet. Bring your hands behind your back. So I'm turning left and right a lot so you can see my back as well. And then bring the hands onto the floor. And then start to lift your buttocks up. So as if you want to scoop your belly in and draw the knees out to the side. And then give the hips a little wriggle so that they're just out, the knees out to the side. Keep the feet pressed together so that the toes are parting but the balls and the heels are together. Now squeeze your tailbone under, press the knees out to the side, and nice and slowly try to touch your buttocks to the floor. Keep squeezing, release, and then do it again. Press your heels together and lift your hips off the floor so your tailbone tucks. You can do again a little wriggle. And then bring the buttocks back down, a little wriggle. And then one more time, press the feet together, lift the hips off the floor, little wriggle, squeeze the feet together, and then try to bring the hips a little bit further forward, and very gently bring your tailbone on the floor, and then walking your feet, your hands back towards your hips, and then hold your feet, and then see if you can come a little bit lower. So either if you're on the block, if you're not on the block, or hook, see if you're feeling that there's a bit more space in your hips. How does it feel? Feels alright? And then slowly roll yourself back up and shuffle up. Nice. And then from here we're going to come into some more forward folds. So stretching your left leg away from you, and then taking your right leg over your left. Bring the right foot to the outside of the left hip. You're crossing the foot over, knees are together. Then flex your left foot, bring the hands behind your back, draw the belly in, and then see if you can just start to fold down until you find the hamstring stretch. Once you got it, try not to push so much. You can bring the hands forward if you like, and then relax your chin to the chest, and just take a little breather here. So just engaging your left heel, stretching it away from you, and taking deep breaths so that you're not too strained. You want to take it a little gentler. Pull the navel slightly in. And then see if your hands can come a little bit further forward. And grab maybe your ankle or your foot. And again, draw the chest towards the toes. And then from here, rolling yourself back up. And do a little twist. So bring the right hand behind your back, left hand over your right knee. Open the chest and twist towards your right. That's it. And coming back to center. And straighten out the right leg. Give the legs a little shake. And then bring the left leg over the right knee. Draw the left foot next to the right hip. Flex through the right heel. And then you can either press back with your fingertips, pulling the belly in, or if it's comfortable, you can bring the hands forward and start to soften towards the left thigh. Keep lengthening the chest towards your toes. Reach the heel away from you, so the right heel or the right leg is still a little active. And then maybe reach forward and see if you can grab your ankle or your foot. Stay in a cool state of mind so that you're not starting to heat up. And then coming back up. Bring your left hand behind your back, right hand over your left knee, and take a little twist to the left. Keep the chest lifted, keep the right foot flexed. Flex that right foot, that's it. And then coming back to center, release the legs, give them a little shake, and then cross the legs. Let's see how our legs feel. Our hands on the floor, come back to a tabletop position. Last few movements here, this last dynamic one. Bringing your right leg forward, pardon me, sorry. And then tuck the left toes and then draw that left knee slightly back, and then untuck the left toes again. So you're framing your right foot, not pigeon, right foot in between your hands, so that you have, so basically the foot is being framed with your hands. So like a low lunge, that's it, good. Left knee down, you might want to pad the left knee, that's absolutely fine. And then draw the hips forward, so you feel it in the left hip flexor. If you have something, that gives you a little bit of height, you can also use that in the middle of your legs, on the inside of your right foot is what I meant. Hold it there, and then from here, tuck the left toes under, and see if you can lift up the left knee. If this is comfortable, so you can press a little bit more into the right foot and draw the belly button in and come to fingertips. That's an option only. Good. Stretch that left heel away from you. And then bring the left knee back down. And then draw the hips back. Keep the left toes tucked and walk your hands back until you find the right hamstring stretch. And then draw the right heel again forward, pull your belly in, and think of the tailbone moving away from you, so that you are drawing the heart again forward towards the toes. That's it. Chest lengthens forward. Think of drawing the heel down and away from you to the floor. And then take a little breath and release a little bit, and on your exhale, open the heart down to the floor. And 3 more, inhaling a little opener with the heart, and exhaling, heart towards the right shin. 3 more, exhaling, folding. 2 more, exhaling, folding. And 1 more. Little undulations is the word, I think. And then coming up, and if you want to take a little further, you can either hold it here, or see if you want to slide your right leg forward, leading with the heel. Left knee can be down. Avoid untucking the toes and opening the left hip to the side. You want to keep the toes tucked so the left heel supports you. And then maybe your left leg stretches out for a nice split variation. Any way that works. So take it really nice and slow. Try and stay cool and calm. Activate the legs by reaching the right heel away from you and the left heel away from you. And then slowly, wherever you are, so you can still be here, coming back, rolling the hips back, and then bend your knee to the side so you can slide the leg back. And take a little wiggle through the hips. If you want to, you can tuck the toes and do a little downward dog just to see how the right leg and then the left leg feels. And you can just do a little cat-cow as well. And then we're just going to come to the other side. So bring your left foot forward, framing your left foot with your hands, and then just draw the right toes into the ground, lift the right knee and draw that right knee a little bit back. So you feel that your right hip flexor is drawn towards the floor and you open a bit. Keep the chest nice and lifted. So depending how long your arms are, you can see I've got the longest arms, so I have to sort of come a little bit onto the heels of my hands. Not the heels, the knuckles. And then if you like, tuck the right toes under and lift the right knee and reach the right heel away from you. Pull your navel in and come maybe to fingertips. Keep the chest open. Reaching the right heel away. Squeeze the right glute a little. Activate the right leg. And then bring the right knee down. And then draw the hips back. Walking your hands back again. Make sure your knees are padded or okay on the floor. And then see if you can just lift up the toes a bit as your heel reaches away. Hold it here. Feeling first before your edge. One side might be more open or feel more open. And you just breathe through this. And let's start those little movements. Breathing in, lift the chest a little. Exhaling, pull the belly and fold over the left leg. And 4 more times. Inhaling and exhaling, fold. Think of becoming softer and softer each time. Inhaling and exhaling, fold. And inhaling to lift. And exhaling to fold. And then walking your hands forward again, bending your left knee. And then lift your back knee or start to wiggle your left foot a little bit further forward. Reaching the heel away from you. This is optional, of course. You can stay in the pose before. Finding your split variation. So this is absolutely fine. So just leading the heel forward. Good. Hamstring stretch opens. The back of the legs. Find your variations. The thing again of reaching the left heel forward and the right heel back. Try to draw the navel in. Keep the back toes tucked so you don't open the right hip to the side. It's a ballet variation. And then slowly coming back. Draw that left leg back towards you. Bend the knee out to the side so you can slide the leg back in. And then again, take a little wiggle through the hips. Or again, you can come to a little downward dog. Walk out through the heels. So leave now so I can see the top now. And then from here, when you're ready, bring the knees down to the floor. And just stretch your arms forward, nice and long. Start looking towards the hands so that you can reach the hips back. And then you can soften the forehead on the floor. And finish with a little Anahatasana, so a little melting heart. Keep the breath nice and calm. Feel how the shoulders open, how the back stretches and releases. And then walking your hands back towards you. And then just lift up your right arm to the sky, press into the left hand. And then sliding the arm through the gap. Bring the right cheek on the mat and lengthen your left arm forward. So you're leaning on the right shoulder. You can lift up the left arm as well into the sky, or bring the hand onto your lower back, or hook the fingers around your right thigh. So bring the hand behind. Oh, sneeze. Apologies, little sneezer here. And then coming back up, bring the left hand in front of your face, press the floor away, come back to tabletop, and then lift up the left arm, take a little stretch, and then slide the arms through the gap, bring the left cheek onto the mat, and either hold it there, or bring the right arm forward, or up, or behind your back. And then slowly coming back, bring the right hand in front of your face, push the floor away, and just do one more little cat-cow curl. Inhale to open the chest, and exhaling to round, and inhaling to open, and exhale to round. And then from here, just bring the hips over to one side, stretch your legs out in front of you. And then you can come lying on your back. Roll yourself down, open your arms and your legs nice and wide, give them a little shake. And then closing your eyes and just take a few moments of rest. So you can relax on the floor. Let the body cool down a bit again. Let the legs become heavy. Let the feet relax and the ankles, the knees, the thighs and the buttocks. Heavy on the floor. Let the torso be soft and melting into the ground. Let your arms feel long by your side. And let the back of your neck draw towards the earth, so the back and the neck relax fully on the ground. And just taking a few more breaths here. You can stay, of course, longer if you like. And then on your next inhale, breathe in, lift the arms over the head and stretch yourself out. Point your toes, make yourself nice and long. And then bending your knees into your chest, give yourself a little hug. And you can rock side to side, or you can rock up and down. Roll yourself over to one side, if you like or prefer. And then find a way to come up to seated. And just take a moment to find a long spine. Sit any way that feels comfortable. Close your eyes. And then just take a deep breath in, reach the arms up to the ceiling. Stretch them up. And then bring your hands to heart. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you're warm and stretched out. Here it was very hot.